Greetings, Pisces and Pisces rising. This is your Western forecast for June 2025. Lots of good news. Jupiter on the 9th of June is moving into its exalted sign of Cancer, which happens once every 12 years. Jupiter will remain in an exalted Cancer to the end of June 2026. Cancer is a water sign, very compatible with Pisces, a water sign. And the Jupiter in Cancer, Cancer is 5 signs past Pisces. And so the 5th house of creative projects, love and romance, children, and joy come alive. You'll be glowing with inspiration, romantic potential, and playfulness. You want to bring your inner child out to play. You may be involved with projects with children. You may really be thinking about having a child. The 5th house can deal with investments and speculation. You got to check out the other planets impacting your horoscope. But this overall, there's a lot of good luck with investing, with speculation. Now, every light has casts a shadow. And with Jupiter, it could be too much of a good thing. So you have to make sure that Jupiter in the 5th is you're not taking on too much emotional responsibilities and having a burnout with your others, your partner, your children. The 5th house is also the sector of entertainment and creative expression. 5th house is children giving birth. So there's a strong potential for giving birth to a creative project. Or you just might be wanting to take an art class, a writing class, and just really enjoying yourself. Now, before I go into what these other planetary events is going to be impacting you in June, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. Now, I want to just jump in with that Jupiter because it's going to be so great for the world, so great for you, and it's very playful and romantic and creative. But I usually start with where's the sun? Because where the sun is shining is putting a spotlight on a different domain of your chart every month. The end of May through the first 3 weeks of June, the sun always is shining in Gemini. Gemini is 4 signs past Pisces. So the sun is spotlighting the 4th house sector of home, family, and real estate. And with all that Cancer energy, that exalted Cancer energy, maybe you are wanting to invest 5th house in real estate, the 4th house. Maybe you want to start entertaining the 5th house at your home, or taking the family on a holiday. There's 4th house, 5th house. Certainly wanting to beautify the home. Now, the Jupiter is going to just moving into the very beginning of Cancer. And by the middle of June, it'll be at 1 degree to 2 degrees of Cancer. There's 30 degrees in every sign. I'm bringing this up because Saturn and Neptune are close to aligning, which I talked about in last month's video, in Aries. And here's Jupiter in Cancer, a water sign. Water and fire boil. Lots of stress, lots of anxiousness. This Jupiter is going to be in a hard angle to Saturn. So whatever you are giving birth to, wanting playful, vacations, all that good Jupiter stuff in the 5th house, you might be feeling more restricted and delayed and frustrated. Usually Jupiter to Saturn, and it's only lasting for a couple of weeks, and it's not coming back for 7 years or so, it could be a lot of restlessness around money. But then the Jupiter is squaring the Neptune, because the Saturn will be at 1 degree of Aries and Neptune is at 2 degrees of Aries, and that brings in a lot of uncertainty and feeling unfocused. But Jupiter will move forwards, it'll stop, it will retrograde, it will not come back to the Saturn-Neptune. So it's only for a couple of weeks. Now, let me remind you, I talked about this in last month's video, the Saturn-Neptune alignment, which is you're going to start seeing all the clues in June and July, but they won't come together exactly until February 2026. That starts a new 36-year cycle of Saturn and Neptune with powerful Pluto in Aquarius and air sign. Uranus in July is moving into Gemini in air sign. Outer planets can be life-changing energies. Pluto and Uranus for the world are very favorable for each other in air signs, which is more ideas, more communications, more technology. But the Saturn-Neptune alignment is in the fire sign of Aries, which is sandwiched in between the Pluto on one side and Uranus on the other. This could not be more supportive energies to make your dreams, your vision a reality. Neptune is the ideal, the vision. Saturn will help make it real, will manifest. And the Saturn-Neptune is in Aries, and Aries is the second sign past Pisces. The second sector in astrology represents your personal income. It can represent your possessions. But certainly, with the exalted Jupiter in the 5th house, there could be, from entertainment to investing, to publishing, marketing, with all that Jupiter, to start a major new financial cycle. Now, Mars, ambitious, assertive Mars, is in your 6th house of work every 2 years from the middle of April till June the 17th. So these first 17 days of June, Mars is in the 6th house. The 6th house is work. Mars can be restless. Usually Mars wants to be alone, do its own thing, and it could be too impatient with co-workers. But there could also be this strong desire to start your own sideline business or start your own business with that Saturn-Neptune wanting to have, your lofty goal of being able to have your own business and make your own monies. Then the Mars goes into Virgo June the 17th to August the 6th every 2 years. Virgo is opposite Pisces. So the Mars is moving into that 7th house of the significant other, partnerships, contracts, marriage. And with the Mars, there could be a lot of negotiations, a lot of activity. Sometimes I see Mars can be in the 7th, is associated with releasing any kind of pent-up frustrations and resentments. But it usually doesn't break up a relationship. It's more about clearing the decks, starting fresh again. And this can be very favorable for forming a business partnership, unless there's a lot of financial negotiations that goes along with that Saturn-Neptune alignment going into your second house of income, and the exalted Jupiter in the fifth house, whether it's entertainment, whether it's creative, investing. And lastly, Venus, the planet of art and love and beauty, will be in Taurus, an earth sign, compatible with Pisces, a water sign, from June the 5th to July the 4th. Taurus is 3 signs past Pisces. So that benefic, pleasurable, creative Venus energy in the third of learning. This, and with Venus creative. So this could be acting, writing, creative writing, music. On a more creative side, especially with that Jupiter exalted in the fifth house, of bringing birth to creative projects or entertainment. The third house can mean sales or selling yourself to get a better job. Could certainly be learning, that third house of learning new creative skills with that Venus. So I do think many of you are moving into combining, making more money, investing, or starting your own business. But there's a potential, there's a lot of creative energy around it. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.go. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.